Well, hey there, guys. Thanks for tuning in. So, I've been meditating seriously for about 5 years now, and I'd like to share with you how to get the most out of it. Now, there are many, many styles of meditation out there, but the styles that ended up being the most practical for me is Mokuso, which is a Japanese style of martial arts meditation, Qigong, which is a Chinese style of martial arts meditation, square breathing, which is a sort of Navy SEAL breathing technique, and mindfulness meditation. Now, there are many, many styles of meditation out there, but the styles of meditation that ended up being the most practical for me and the most effective would be Mokuso, which is a Japanese style of martial arts meditation, Qigong, which is a Chinese style of martial arts meditation, square breathing, which is a sort of Navy SEAL breathing technique, and mindfulness meditation. These are the styles of meditation that you can use to your advantage to get a desired effect, and as opposed to looking for your third eye and all that more esoteric type stuff. These are tools that you can use to your serious benefit. Okay, so I use these four styles of meditation for either relaxation, calming me down before doing something stressful, and basically, yeah, those two purposes. It's not really so much about concentration or clearing your mind, although you can definitely apply it towards that. But let's start with the first one that I mentioned, which is Mokuso, which is this Japanese martial arts meditation. This is something that you do for about 5 minutes, and it's what the Japanese will do in their different styles of martial arts, Kendo being one of them. And yeah, you sit down for about 5 minutes. The Japanese like to sit on their knees with their toes crossed over in a style of sitting called Seiza. I believe it's spelled S-C-I-Z-A, something like that. But you don't have to sit that way. It'll be just as effective, in my opinion, if you lay down or sit in a chair. But what's important is that you're using good posture and you're able to get enough air into your diaphragm. Because the way that you do this after you find a comfortable position is you breathe deep into your diaphragm for 3 seconds, and then you hold your breath for 2 seconds, and then you slowly exhale out of your mouth for 10 seconds. And now when I say breathe in your diaphragm, it is like when you were in grade school and you try to make yourself look pregnant, as a joke, how you're able to stick your gut way out. Well, when you breathe in your diaphragm, that's what it's going to do. If you've ever looked at Japanese martial arts armor, Kendo armor, it has a big belly on it. That's because when they're practicing their Kendo, when they see that someone is inhaling, that is a moment for them to strike, because when they're inhaling, they're more vulnerable. So that's what you want to do. You want to just breathe in your diaphragm. When you take in this big breath of air for 3 seconds, you're not raising up your shoulders. You're just breathing in your diaphragm and filling up your gut, so to speak. So you don't want to breathe in a whole bunch of air like you're getting ready to hold your breath and swim underwater. It's more like you want to breathe in slowly for 3 seconds, but enough air to where you can hold it for 2 seconds after that, and then exhale for 10 seconds slowly out of your mouth. If you find that you're not able to exhale for a full 10 seconds, you're exhaling too quickly, and you should exhale more slowly. Because you really shouldn't have to breathe in that much air in order to perform the Mokuso breathing cycles. So that's how you perform the first one. Like I said, you want to be in a comfortable position, but in a position that's not too comfortable and also allows you to get in enough air in your diaphragm. So that's the first one, Mokuso. Like I said, very, very good style of meditation if you're just about to go do something stressful, whether it's a job interview or giving a speech or a date, anything that might get you kind of stressed out, kind of high-wired, so to speak. Okay, the next style of meditation that I highly recommend, and I've been using for almost 5 years now, is Qigong, and that's spelled Qigong. This is a Chinese style. It's martial arts like kung fu, and all that kind of stuff. They're going to use this breathing style. Now, this style is more about focusing on where your breath is going. So it's not just that you're going to be thinking about filling your diaphragm with air. That's eventually where you're going to end up. But what you actually want to do is use your hands starting out just to visualize when you're breathing in your nose, okay, and how the air is slowly going down to your diaphragm. And the place where your breath is going to end up is actually quite a bit deeper than the diaphragm. It's more like your belly button area. And this area in that part of the world, they call it the dantian, which is sort of a energy center. So again, that's just sort of at or below your belly button. That's the dantian. And in this style of breathing, you want to use your hand to visualize that you're slowly breathing in. It's going down to your throat, into your lungs, and then eventually down just at or below your belly button. So it helps to have one hand to help guide the air and visualize it, and the other hand sort of under your belly button to feel that filling up with air. So this is absolutely excellent to get you breathing very deeply, even more deeply than Mokuso. And the deeper you're breathing, the calmer you're going to feel. Okay, it's going to help you calm down and get focused. The application for this style of meditation is very similar to Mokuso. Before a fight or before a speech, before some kind of stressor, okay, some sort of stressful event. So that's the second type of meditation, Qigong. The next breathing technique, I'm not really going to call this meditation, I'm just going to call it a breathing technique, is square breathing. I've mentioned this in a few of my older videos, but this is a breathing technique used by Navy SEALs, and it is a very tactical breathing technique in that you don't have to be in a quiet place, you don't have to be sitting in a seiza position, you don't have to be doing any sort of special ritual to perform it. You can be doing any activity and be doing this technique. Similar to the first two, this is about diaphragm breathing. So have good posture. Make sure you open up your rib cage to allow all that air to go deep in your diaphragm, under your lungs, okay? And that's where we're going to be breathing. Now, it's called square breathing because you use your hand to visualize that you're going to breathe in for 4 seconds, then you're going to hold it for 4 seconds, then you're going to exhale for 4 seconds, and then hold that for 4 seconds. You don't have to use your hand to help you visualize, but I did that when I first started doing this just to help me focus on my breathing so that I didn't forget what I was supposed to be doing, right? So use this style of breathing anytime, anywhere, anytime you're feeling kind of stressed out. Whether you're a Navy SEAL or you're in high school or you're a man or a woman, we can get kind of stressed out of nowhere. We can have panic attacks out of nowhere. It's totally normal. It's an evolutionary leftover of all human psychology. All humans are going to go through that from time to time. When that sort of phenomenon strikes, you can use square breathing to your serious benefit and advantage, because you start square breathing and those feelings of stress or whatever has you panicked is going to very quickly go away. And again, if you're a Navy SEAL and you're in that helicopter, getting ready to drop into a war zone, they're using this square breathing to help themselves calm down. So that's square breathing. Now, the last style of meditation is mindfulness meditation. This is one of the most popular styles of meditation, one of the most ubiquitous and well heard of, because it helps you to get out of your head and focus on one thing and truly clear your mind. And if you get very, very good at mindfulness meditation, you can ultimately be able to control your thoughts at will, which to me was a completely alien concept before I learned about this style of meditation. How you do it is very simple. Again, just like the first three, we are breathing into our diaphragm, okay? No chest breathing allowed. This is all about powerful, deep diaphragm breathing. How deep you want to go is up to you. can be like Mokuso, it can be like Qigong, but somewhere in that sort of stomach to belly button or even under belly button region. So when you, the way that I like to use mindfulness meditation, the way that I'll perform it is I'll lay down on the ground before bed on a nice hard flat surface, and I'll take a clock that has a loud ticking sound, you know, one of those round wall clocks, and I'll put it right over where I want that air to be going, and I'm going to breathe in for 3 clock ticks, hold for 2, and then exhale for 4, or exhale for 8 or 10, you know. The breathing tempo is totally up to you, but I recommend making it something similar to Mokuso or Qigong breathing tempos. And once you have a good breathing tempo going, you want to focus on all the sounds in the room. This is what I do, okay? So I'll hear the clock ticking on the wall. I'll hear the wind blowing outside. I will hear the heater kick on. You know, just all these little background sound noises in the room, okay? So I'll focus on sounds and then sensation, okay? The sensation of the floor under your back, you know, how it feels kind of hard. The sensation of the air going into your lungs. The sensation of the cool air on your skin, you know, if it's the evening, right? And you're just going to verbally repeat in your head, I'm focusing on this sound, that sound, then I'm focusing on this sensation, that sensation, and so on. And you're just going to repeat. What you're doing is you're training your focus and your attention span, okay? And you're focusing on these things, okay? Now, while you're focusing on these things, right, you're not thinking about all the other background noise and the background chatter, okay? That background mental chatter that we all have, okay? That little voice in the back of our heads, you know, the paranoia, the, you know, whatever it is that might be bothering you. Metaphorically, we like to say that there's a voice, but, you know, it's not really a voice, it's just thoughts, right? You're going to get rid of all that and just keep on cycling through, you know, thinking about these sounds and these sensations while maintaining your breathing tempo. This is very difficult. You will get bored. You will get frustrated. You will find that your thoughts will wander, okay? But this is a skill that we're trying to build, okay? I want you to start with 1 minute, then 2, then 5, and eventually over a few weeks or even a few months, see if you can work up to 10 minutes, okay? If you can do mindful meditation for 10 minutes, undisrupted, undistracted concentration, okay? Focused thoughts, right? That's going to be extremely beneficial. Like I said, I've been doing mindfulness meditation along with these other styles for 5 years, so 10 minutes to me is a breeze. I can go for a half hour if I want to. I very rarely sit down and do it for that long, because anything longer than 10 minutes, you're not going to experience many more physical or mental benefits. It's going to be more spiritual type stuff after that, which I'm not looking for, because my religion is certainly not Asian or, you know, anything like that, right? But anyways, like I touched on already, if you do any of these styles of meditation or all of these styles of meditation, you will experience great benefits. You will be calmer, more focused. You'll have more stable emotions. You'll have better breathing patterns. Better focus, better concentration. All good things all around. You know, you'll be able to calm yourself down right before a stressor comes into your life, you know, before a stressful event. Very, very useful, very important tools. Very good for your health, okay? Very good for your organism. People underestimate how important good breathing is, right? It's going to improve your speaking, okay? I wouldn't be able to sit down and speak like this in front of a camera if I was chest breathing. It would be much more difficult. This whole video, I've been breathing deep in my diaphragm and speaking from deep in my diaphragm, and I just feel like a calm, tranquil pond right now, okay? And that's what you want. That's where you want to be all the time. So use these styles of meditation to your advantage. I hope this video was helpful and informative. And if you did like it, give it a thumbs up, as it really helps me out. And I'll see you guys in the next video.